Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to be playing against QWERTY and he's the easiest bot on chesskid.com. So let's get started. I do recommend my beginner students to play QWERTY because he's the easiest. When you first start out, you want to move up a center pawn up 2 spaces, so that's what I'm going to do. And you want to focus on getting all the knights and the bishops out. So I'm going to go ahead and move the knight over to f3. And I'm going to go ahead and move my other knight out. Remember, move it toward the center. Okay, knight goes here. It's attacking this pawn, no big deal. I want to control the center. So I'm going to go ahead and move the pawn to d4. Before you make a move, it's important to ask, if I move here, is it safe? If you move the pawn to d4, it is safe because the knight and the queen are protecting it. Yes, I know that black has a pawn and a knight controlling the d4 square, but that's perfectly okay. It's safe to go here, thanks to the knight and queen. Okay, so pawn takes. We gotta go ahead and take it back with the knight. And then the pawn goes there. Okay, no big deal. We want to focus on just getting the bishops out. So we go ahead and let's move the we can move the bishop over here. Okay, queen goes there. Let's get this bishop out. So we go ahead and move the bishop to b5. Okay, knight goes back to b8. That's not a good move. It's important to ask, if I ask the question, can I safely capture any pieces? You gotta do that before every move, okay? Bishop is attacking the knight. This bishop is attacking the queen. This knight is not attacking anything. This pawn and this knight are not attacking anything. Since the queen is worth 9 points and is the most powerful piece, we definitely want to take the queen with the bishop. Okay. QWERTY just made a silly move. He should have just taken the bishop with the king, or not with the king, but maybe with the bishop or the knight, but he should have just captured the bishop back. I am going to go ahead and just capture the bishop. King takes it. Okay, good to know. And in this position, I'm going to go ahead and castle. When you're playing chess, get the knights and the bishops out, and then you went to castle. So we go ahead and castle. Okay. And it is my turn. He just moved the pawn to e6. What should I do? I think I'm going to go ahead and move my queen out. Notice I haven't moved my queen out. So I'm going to go ahead and move the queen. And let's move it over here. Yeah. Okay, so rook goes to g8. And what can we do? We can capture the knight if we wanted to. But I think right now I'm going to go ahead and move my rook toward the center. So we go ahead and move the rook over to d1. Okay, that's great. I am going to try to attack right now. And I think it would be good if we move this pawn over here. Because I want my queen to go to d8, and I cannot do that because the knight and the pawn are in the way. So I want to go here. Okay, so king goes there, and notice this bishop, this knight and king, they're on the same diagonal. So therefore, let's go ahead and capture the knight. We definitely want to take the knight with the pawn because the pawn is less valuable than the knight. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay. Pawn goes there. I'm gonna go ahead and take the pawn with my pawn on f6. Again, notice the bishop, the pawn, and king, they're on the same diagonal. So therefore, I'm going to go ahead and take this pawn. I do like this move. And then notice my bishop is attacking this bishop. So guess what? I'm going to go ahead and just take it. Oh wow, he doesn't even take it back. Interesting. Okay. What I'm gonna do is, I mean, there's like many ways we can win. I do like how I have this pawn on g7. So I'm going to go ahead and move my queen and take this pawn. Again, pay attention to what you can capture. So I'm going to go ahead and just capture the pawn on h7. Okay. And then the rook goes here. It's attacking this bishop. Yep, I see that. But I also notice, you know, we still have the pawn on g7. I'm going to go ahead and just promote the pawn on g8. It is safe to move the pawn here because this queen is protecting the pawn. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Okay, this is funny. QWERTY should have just taken the queen. What am I attacking? Notice that my queen is attacking the rook. My queen is also attacking these two pawns. I can safely capture this rook, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. King goes to c7. And then can we safely capture any pieces? It's not safe to capture the knight because of the king and then this rook. But I also noticed that we can safely take the pawn on f7. Notice that this queen is closer to the king than this queen. I want to move my queens as close as possible to the king. Therefore, I'm going to go ahead and take the f7 pawn with the h7 pawn. Okay, and then again, we want to pay attention to what we can safely capture. This queen is attacking this rook. We are also attacking the knight, also this pawn too. This knight is also attacking this pawn too. I noticed that it's not safe to take the knight with the queen because the king can just take it, but my queen can safely capture the rook. And it would be a good idea to capture the rook because the rook is worth 5 points. So I think this would be a good idea. Okay, king goes there, and then we want to, again, pay attention to what we can safely capture. My queen can safely take the pawn on e6. Notice my queen cannot safely take the pawn on b7 because of this king. So therefore, let's take this pawn. Okay. And then it is our turn. And in this position, like, we want to consider all checks. That's very, very important. Notice this king, it is wide open. And I notice that this king has no place to go. This king cannot go to a4 because of the knight. Also, it cannot go here because of these knights. It cannot go here because of this queen. And the king cannot go to b4 because of this bishop. You want to consider all checks. And I noticed that if we move the pawn to b4, then that would be checkmate. Yay! Fantastic. So if you want to beat QWERTY, just make sure that you ask the question, if I move here, is it safe? Pay attention to what you can capture. And if you can capture a piece, make sure it is safe. Get the knights and the bishops out, castle, and then you should be fine. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. If you do like watching my videos, I do invite you to subscribe to my channel. I also invite you to give me a donation if you feel comfortable doing that. If you do that, thank you so much in advance. And I do invite you to subscribe to my channel if you have not done that already. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.